And that's the secret. Your why, it's never about you. People will do crazy things for causes they believe in, but for yourself, you only go so far. My kid's in trouble, I'll run through a wall of fire, I wouldn't think twice about it. And that's step number one. You have to have a vision for your future that inspires you, that makes you, so when you think about it, it just makes you jump out of bed in the morning to really have a life that is far better, far greater than it is today. That's your vision for the future. That's step number one. The second thing is, this is a big one, and what most people miss. You have to have a strategy, a plan that allows you to achieve your vision. I was on the beach one day in the summer in New York. There's a huge beach, Jones Beach, and it was a hot summer sunny day, and everyone's bitching and moaning because they have to walk about a half a mile to the concession stand. And I'm with my friends, I'm like, I wonder what would happen if I went down here with like some Italian ices and chipwitches and fudgicles, right? Seemed like a good idea. I'll sell them for $1 a piece, Next morning, I wake up, I look in the yellow pages, it was back, no internet. I find some ice cream distributor, I take my old beaten up car down there, I go buy a styrofoam cooler, and I load up a cooler with a barrel of Italian ices and chipwitches and fudgicles, Milky Way Snickers, right? Put some dry ice on top. The whole thing loaded up was $22, including the cooler. The cooler was $7, the ice cream was $15, right? I get in my car, drive an hour to the beach, it's like maybe 10 o'clock in the morning, I get there. I carry it down there, I walk to the edge of the water, right? And I start yelling, Italian ices, chipwitches, fudgicles, milk. Within 1 hour, I sold out the entire cooler for $125. And I made $100 in 1 hour. And the year was 1978. Back then, minimum wage, I think, was $1.20 an hour. I was made more than my parents that day. I went back with 4 coolers, right? Who wouldn't, right? I got 4 coolers, right? So I loaded them up, went down, sold all those out, made $400-500 my second day, changed my life. Here's the interesting thing. I told 4 or 5 friends about this, and here's the weird thing. They all went out and did it with me, but only one of them sold more than 1 cooler a day. The other, there's 5 people, 4 would sell 1 cooler and stop. Only one of them would go out like me, hustle all day long and make these, $500 versus $100 a day. Why is that? Like, why would someone do that? They're young, when none of us have money, and you have this opportunity in your sights where you can make big money and that could change your life. Yet most of them, 80%, stopped with 1 cooler. They were 1 cooler people. Only one of them was a 4 cooler person, right? One of my friends. That comes down to this last element of the sort of what I call the inner game of success. Like, what happens up here between your ears before you ever go out into the world and take action. And that is your standards. Some people, watch how this relates. Some people, they have a really bright vision, a bold vision, that's great, grand vision, right? Amazing, wow, inspiring. But they have low standards. They're not willing to do the work. A champagne vision and beer standards, right? And then you have the other sort of people, those with really high standards, but they lack a vision for the future. They don't have a vision that inspires them. So these are like the workers where they sort of have this champagne standards and a beer vision. It's about having a match between your standards and your vision.